So right now, right here with my man London, Shay London, the infamous. We're definitely having a very good conversation. We actually, you know what's crazy, man? We've been on this conversation now for a few months now.
Sure, yeah, Instagram, all that shit.
Yeah.
Really chopping it up.
Yeah, absolutely. We've been masterminding, right? And I think a lot of people toss that around, especially nowadays. I think a lot of entrepreneurs, they all want to mastermind and have a reason to go out and drink or whatever, right? A true mastermind is very intentional, right? And when you start mastermind, you got to mastermind with either alike individuals, right?
Yeah, for sure. You need the same mindset. Everyone's got to have the same kind of game plan in order for shit to go the way it needs to go.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You can't have one person rowing a boat while the other person's drilling holes in the boat. You know what I'm saying? Dragging everything down. So you got to really pay attention to your circle and who you got around you.
That was a good point that you touched on, because I think that from the moment we connected, it was, we connected on LinkedIn. I meant to say on Instagram, and we just started inboxing each other, and I just started going through his videos. I started going through Shay London's videos. Just started seeing his vlogs, and I was just like, damn, like this boy's about it. And I'll be honest, like I have a lot of years in the music industry under my belt. I have a lot of years of business under my belt. And when I just saw his videos, I was like, yo, he's real. Like he's a real one, right? And this, I'll be honest, there's a lot of you artists out there, and there's a lot of you guys that are fake. And I'll say it like that.
A lot of people out there, they're fake. They don't respect the culture. They biting everyone else's style. No one's really original anymore. No one's really doing their own thing. They trying to watch someone else, and they just being a cartoon, trying to act out, and just not, being animated, not being real.
You know what, Shay, tell him a little bit. Shay's not from the West Coast, by the way.
Yeah.
You hear that accent? He's not from the West Coast.
I'm all the way. Yeah, I'm from New Haven, Connecticut. Yeah, I came out here 3-4 years ago, something like that. It's like a lot of struggle, a lot of pain, a lot of heartache, blood, sweat, tears, all that. So I could go into the story. It's a super long story, but no, like I was cooking back in New Haven, back in Connecticut. I was making real good money. I was doing all that shit. I was like making like $21 an hour just cooking, you know what I'm saying? And I was at home living with my moms, doing all that shit, you know what I'm saying? So I was like banking money. But I wasn't happy, you know what I'm saying? Because I knew music, that's what I needed to be doing, like, because I had something to say. And through that whole process, I started finding myself.
Yo, I don't mean to cut you off. You just said something important. You were making money, and you weren't happy.
Because it's not about the money. I've jumped around to a lot of jobs because I wanted the money. I would go to the bartending. I would go to insurance. I was jumping to all these jobs. What's going to get me the most money? But I'd be sitting there not happy. You know what I'm saying?
When did you find out? Like, obviously, I think that, there's certain musicians that know that, this is it since I was a kid. Right, and then some that stumbled onto the game, like let's say Biggie, for instance. Let's just throw him out there really quick. Rest in peace. That he kind of stumbled into it from the streets, right? Like when did you realize, say, like this is my passion? Not just because of the music, and I find a lot of musicians that say, oh, like music's my passion and I love music. I mean, it's a common thing. Like if you don't love music, there's a problem with you. But I'm just saying, like when you knew, like, yo, this is where I want to be at.
It was that moment when I was cooking and I'm just sitting there and I started seeing the people I was cooking around. They worked the same job for years and years and years and years. The same job where I was at. Start falling into that loop because I was there for a long time, and then it didn't. I always had love for it. I always had passion for it, but when I actually left and made it real, like I actually went and chased the dream outside of where I was comfortable being at, that's when I knew. I was like, all right, this is real. I do love this. You know what I'm saying?
It's my blood and water.
Yeah, I was just like, because you got there. If you ever read The Art of War by Sun Tzu, what it would do is his troops, to make them fight better, he would put on something called death ground. They'd be hungry, tired, beaten, battered, and he put them in the open field to fight because they know, and they would fight the hardest they ever fought because if they didn't fight, they knew they were gonna die.
You know what's crazy? And it's funny you touch on that because that's the reason why a lot of religions, right, they fast, right? Like when you're at your hungriest, you grind the hardest.
Yeah, exactly.
And I was actually with a big shout out to Andres Oils from Sync Brokerage. He's killing it right now, dude. He's killing it like with the luxury properties, like selling like $1 million real estate properties right now. And the reason I'm touching on him because he hates shit, like literally hates shit. And then when we were touching on this, right? He said if I can buy back like that time, that era when I was eating the most shit, I would buy it again.
Yeah.
Like it's when you're the hungriest.
Yeah, it's because that passion is what really comes out. You're on death ground. You have to fight.
You have to fight.
You have to push through, otherwise you're dead. And I knew I left everything behind, and like I knew if I didn't make it out here, I'm gonna sell drugs the rest of my life. I'm gonna do something I don't want to do. I'm gonna be cooking. I'm gonna be doing something when I have a God-given talent. I have something that I could bank on. You know what I'm saying, and actually pursue that. So I really put a lot of my faith in God too.
It takes courage, man.
Yeah.
To have like shot out from the East Coast, especially to Atlanta, that you don't know what goes in. And LA's a tricky ground. Like people act like they're cool. People act like they want to network with you, but there's a hidden agenda behind it.
Always a hidden.
It's like New York. They say like if you can make it in New York, you can make it anywhere. And I think the same thing in LA. You can make it in LA, you can make it anywhere because LA's a different beast. And you coming from the East Coast, what did it really take, like to say, yo, I'm going to the West Coast, knowing that the West Coast is very, I don't want to say selfish, but very zealous in their whole style. And you're like, yo, I'm gonna come swing the bat out here.
It really happened when I caught my gun charge, and my brother had gotten locked up behind that, and I was just like, oh, fuck this, I gotta make a change, otherwise I'm gonna be doing this dumb shit continuously. I keep doing. I left, went to Arizona, and that's why I went to school because I wanted to really learn the business, everything behind it. I did that. My entire apartment burned down. I lost everything. I lost like 85% of my shit. You know what I'm saying? So then I'm sitting $120 in my pocket. I had nothing. You know what I'm saying? I almost went back east. I called my mom. I was like, yo, mom, I'm fucked up. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I have $120 in my pocket, and my apartment just burned down. She was like, go out there, go to California. So you gotta sleep in your car, do whatever. You go out there because you don't want to be my age and then regret.
Hey, to y'all that be not listening to your moms, you guys are missing it.
Yeah.
See, moms be calling it.
Yeah.
My mom be calling it.
Yeah, cause my mom at first she wasn't biting on the music thing. You know what I'm saying? Cause like everyone wants to rap, everyone wants to do this and that. But when she saw I left and I started chasing like what I really loved, and then now things are starting to take off, she's like, oh shit, like okay. Like keep doing it.
It's not that she didn't know that you had it in you, bro. It's that she didn't want to see you fail. Yeah. Moms don't want to see their boys fail.
Yeah, that's a fact. Yeah.
But she knew that you had it because she wouldn't have said go to LA if she didn't know you had it. She would have said, hey, come back home.
She was the first one who really got her, and my older brother is the ones who got me really into music. They bought me my first keyboard. I started off as a producer. I wasn't originally a rapper. So I was a producer. I was producing. Off my Expensive Sweatsuits project, I produced.
Hey, big shout out, Expensive Sweatsuits album. Y'all need to pick that up.
It's everywhere.
Fire.
It's everywhere.
Fire. Fire.
Yeah, it's everywhere. But the fucking I dropped that, and then I don't know. It's just shit. It started to steamroll because I started having that faith in myself.
What kind of mental grit, like, did you find yourself? Because obviously it wasn't just like, oh, let me go to LA. Like, obviously your mom told you, right? And you're like, okay, you have to find the energy, because it's energy balance. The reason why a lot of cats fail, like, let's say, I love Lauryn Hill. I love Lauryn Hill, bro. When I listen to her, I wish you could have, like, continued, but I'm like, where did the energy go? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just to me, I would love to see more stuff from her, because she just had amazing talent. But it's all energy balance, I think, at that point, right? And you literally had to dig deep at that point.
I had to dig deeper than I ever had. Like, I really had to pull, and like, I mean, I credit a lot of things to God too. I spoke to God a lot during that time.
That's right.
But I had to like really be like, is this what I want? Is this what I really want to do? Like, I was like, I'm here. I made it this far. I left my whole old life and I'm rebuilding a new life. I was like, I can make this life whatever I want it to be right now. You know what I'm saying? So I had, the wheel was in my hand. I could go this way or I could go that way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And which is going to dictate my life. And I chose to go this way, which is LA. And yeah, it was hard. I mean, I hated being here. I was sleeping in my car. I was hungry. I was homeless for 3 months. And I was working an internship at a recording studio and I wasn't getting paid. I had $120 in my pocket.
And they'll run with you at those studios, though.
Yeah.
They will run with you at those studios.
But it was lucky that they liked me because I had really good work ethic. I always worked hard. And anything I did, I put all my love, I put all my passion into it. I put my care, because if I'm working for someone, my work is a representation of me.
Right.
So, and a lot of people don't get that. A lot of people think, oh, I just, like in this rap game now, oh, I just got to go rap. I just got to do a show. I got to do this. But it's so much other stuff.
It's so much other stuff.
It's administrative stuff. It's getting your split sheets, your recording agreements. You getting everything how it needs to be.
You know what? And you touched on a valid point, man, because I think that there's this hustle, and today's conversation is hustle and grind, right? He hasn't even really made it, like, to where he wants to be at.
Yeah.
And I think, to me, my biggest fear is making it to where I want to be at and then becoming complacent. Like, I want to stay hungry the rest of my life. Yeah. Like, even to me, I think retirement is a facade. Yeah. I think it's like, you never, like, hustlers, true hustlers, they never stop working.
Look at Jay-Z.
I mean,
fucking billionaire.
Look at Warren Buffett. We were just talking about Warren Buffett. Still making that capital.
He makes, like, I was reading something today about Warren Buffett, how he makes like $1 million in like 63 minutes and 29 seconds.
Chris, how much money did he have?
About $220 billion free capital.
Free capital, ready to invest. And the old man is still working. And you guys are worrying about retirement. Worrying about laying on the beach and waiting for money to come on a month-to-month basis. It doesn't work like that. Yeah, nothing works like that. There's no such thing as a free lunch in LA or anywhere else. There's no such thing as a free lunch.
Fact. You have to work. If it just came to you, then everyone else would just be doing the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Right. That's what differentiates people. And there's more people leaving LA than actually staying here who come to chase this dream.
Oh, that's right.
The people always leaving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I've witnessed at least 5 people that I knew, like, who came here to chase this dream. They can't hack it because it's really mental.
It's mental.
Everything's all mental, and you have to really, like, drill a mantra into your head. You have to really believe, like, yo, if this doesn't work, I know if this doesn't work, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do.
You know what's crazy though? But you know what?
So you gotta go hard.
You know what a lot of people don't realize is that LA has one of the biggest markets in the world. You have the Korean market, right? You have the Mexican market. You have the Central American market. Like the Guatemalans and the Salvadorans, and you also have the Koreans and the Chinese markets.
Yeah.
Humongous, and it's all about, really, at this point, is mindset. Big shout out to Chris Cardozo that's orchestrating the video today, the vlog. Hustle and grind. We all have. I struggle with this on a day-to-day basis, right? With distractions.
Yeah.
And I think it's so easy to get distracted. It's so easy to be motivated, but it's so easy to get. I think it's easier to get distracted.
Yeah, for sure.
from Shay London's a hustler, man, guys. Like, let me tell you something. Shay has been grinding. I've been following him. We've been talking. My man is really just pushing it. Like, no days off.
Yeah, no, I'm always locked in, and I make sure I keep a space in my home to where I can lock in and I don't get distracted. And anything that I know is distracting, it doesn't come in that room.
He rescheduled me a few times. He rescheduled because I broke on him, and he was like, "Yo, man, like I got a schedule that I'm running on," and I was just like, "Damn." You know, I had to respect that, man. But
You called me on a perfect day today, though. Today was a perfect day. Yeah, today was a perfect day.
Let's finish off with this really quick, and you know, mindset. Where's Shay's mindset at right now?
Man,
are you hungrier than ever?
Man, I'm the hungriest I've been. I think I really want everything. Like, LA's mine, the world is mine, everything is mine. That's where my mind is. Like, anything I think, anything I believe.
Bro, I'm the hungriest right now. Literally, Chris, like Shay, like I am the hungriest I've ever been right now in my life.
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like I'm 22 years old.
Yeah.
Seriously, like literally like that.
I feel like I'm back there too. Yeah, for sure.
I'm 38. I'll still outrun most of you cats out in the field, man.
I'll hustle them all too. I'll hustle them all.
What have you been working on your mindset, bro? Literally, tell me about what have you been like intentionally doing, like with your friendships, with your business, and really like not giving up in those moments that you're just saying like, hey, like I'm ready to throw the towel in, but I'm not. Start off with your friendships really quick.
My friendships. So
like, what are you doing with that right now? Like cats that are just not fitting into the template.
I cut them out. I just cut them out. Now there's no point having poisonous people around because it's dead weight on your back. You're carrying dead weight, so you're moving slower, and then you're giving this energy. I've dealt with this problem. I give my energy because I have such high energy and
you're giving it to them, and you're giving it to them,
and then they're ungrateful. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are ungrateful. They want you to not only give them a plate, they want you to put the food on the plate for them. They want you. It's like, yo, you have to make your own plate. I could bring you to the water, but I can't teach you how to drink.
You can't.
You know what I'm saying? So that's like a really big thing is you can't have poisonous people who can't do anything for themselves.
Bro, and you look, listen, like my whole thing was just I had friends that I've known for a long time. And it was hard for me to separate from them. But it was just like, you have a different mindset, right? And then I have a different mindset, right?
Sure.
I got a wife and kids. You might not have a wife and kids. It's all good. But we've literally known each other for that many years, but our mindsets are not the same anymore. And I'm trying to win.
Yeah.
Like, I've won championships, dude. I might have not been the best player on the team, but I know what a championship feels like when you're like on baseball, right?
And you played, you were
dude,
in the
and
game.
everybody's just like winning, and everybody's just like, okay, I'll pick up your slack, like, and that's why my whole thing has just been like, dude, like, I'm just cutting you out quick, fast, like I don't know, maybe I'm just too quick with it, but I just feel like dead weight, like you were talking about.
You gotta think about you don't get time back.
You don't get time.
You could get more friends.
I just recorded a blog on that today.
You get more friends. You could get more money. You can't ever get your time back. That's why you have to be selfish with your time with people and all that. Because if you're giving all that out, you don't have nothing for yourself. I forget how it's like 86,000 minutes or something crazy like that in a day.
Yeah.
Now you think about if you got that
crazy.
Like you got that money every day. How are you spending that money every day?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So how are you spending those 86,000 seconds or whatever the fuck it is?
Bro, look, I had a stroke 8 years ago, and I talk about it a little bit here and there about my stroke, but ever since I had my stroke and I came out of ICU, I came out of the hospital, I said, God, like, get me out of here. Get me out of here in 2 weeks. I got out of there in 2 weeks. I said, I'm not going to waste time. And the moment I got out of the hospital, bro, it's like I'm living on a death wish. And I just feel like if I wouldn't have gone through that, I wouldn't have just been where I'm at right now, pacing towards where I want to go. We would have never even connected here, bro.
That's a fact. That's a big fact. And it's interesting you say that because I got to a situation where this was a really real situation for me. Someone tried to rob me out here when I first came out here. Like, so I knew nobody. I was leaving the studio. I had all my shit on me. Walking out of the studio, some kid tried to rob me. Boom, boom, boom. Long story short, he ends up pulling a gun on me. And I'm staring down the barrel of a gun. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I left the hood to get away from all that shit, and now I'm back in it. But then the reason why the kid, this is what showed me appreciate life. The reason why this kid was robbing me, his daughter had cancer. His daughter had and he kind of like cried a little. He's like, I'm sorry, I gotta do this. My daughter, she got cancer. And when I was like, yo, bro, I understand, take what you need because my mother's sick too. My mother got cancer. My mother dying right now. And right there, even though he had a gun to my face and all that, we're able to connect. Because we knew life, you know, it could be taken from you at any point. Because my mother's 70 years old, his daughter's a little baby girl. You get what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? It's like that paradigm. You're seeing both sides of the spectrum of the beginning of life and the end of life.
You know what's crazy is that what happens, and I've seen this big time right now, Shay, where when you start being selfish with your time, people are like, oh, look at him, he thinks that he's all that. I'm like, no, it's not that I think I'm all that. It's just I'm running. Like, I got the freeway, it's open, it's 3 in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I'm hitting the gas.
I'm in a wannabe Porsche. I'm in 6th gear. Skirt.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in 6th gear. And please, look, guys, people, look. If I'm just running faster than you, don't take it in offense, please, because I'm trying to get to where I'm trying to get. And if we're not on the same pace, right, Shay? It's done.
For sure.
It's like, if you're not keeping up with me, I can't keep up with you. Like, I mean, no offense though. Seriously.
Yeah.
Seriously, like, it's just no offense, man. Shay, tell me a little bit, and we'll wrap it up with this. What's your social media efforts? Like, I love you. I love your highlights, bro. I love it, man. Brand. I love it. You're doing a good job, bro.
you gotta brand. You have to have because.
Are you doing it for the likes or not?
Nah, man, because that's.
I know you're not doing it for the likes.
Vanity.
I know you're not doing it for the likes.
It's like if you like me, because that's not making me money.
Right.
If you like my shit, I don't get $1 off that. Now, if it was paying me, then I'd be cool.
Right, exactly.
That's all vanity. All the numbers and the likes and the followers. That's all vanity shit.
Vanity.
You know what I'm saying? Because there's actual people who have less followers, less less whatever, who have more meaningful content. In my opinion, I feel like I've seen people who small Instagram profiles and they're killing it. But it's just but it's just like they don't have that reach, they don't have those likes, so people kind of don't take them serious. But I
stop buying likes, man.
Yeah.
Stop.
Stop buying likes. Stop buying followers. Stop doing
Hold on,
that.
and everybody wants to have like 3,000 followers and like 20 following. Yeah. Like, everybody wants that, like, oh, like, I'm following 10 or 15.
That's bullshit.
Everybody wants the badge.
Nah.
Fuck your badge.
Nah, fuck the badge. Yeah, that people doing shit for the blue check, and then once people get the blue check, they think they're the man. I'll smack this shit. Blue check, motherfucker.
Shay, tell them what's cracking next couple months, man.
Oh man, so shit, I got.
Don't give them too much though, because this is part 2. Part 2 is gonna be even more lit.
Then I'm gonna leave them with this then. Rise to Glory Book 1. That's coming out.
Book.
The book.
No.
Rise to Glory Book 1.
Ebook or hardcover?
It's the album. It's an audio book. It's the story. It's crazy. That's what I'm saying. This. Damn. I can't wait for you to come to the listening party and hear this whole project. Yeah, this is. I'm trying to do a book next year. I'm trying to do an ebook or a audio book, an actual audio book next year.
That's big.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah. So.
Last rapper that I know of that's done that I read the book, like their book, was Pac.
Oh yeah. I love
the rose that grew from the cement. The concrete. Yeah.
The rose that grew from concrete. That's Pac is what got me into rapping. So.
Bro, listen. If you still arguing between who's better between Pac or Biggie, look, both of them had their influences at their platforms, right? And I don't think I don't think there's a best between them. I just think that with Pac, he got you through those nights.
Yeah.
He just got you through those nights that you were just like, am I gonna make it out or not?
Yeah, feeling alone and and Biggie touched on like being in the streets, being stuck there. So Pac touched that, but Pac was on a revolutionary. Pac was on another level.
Right.
He was on another level.
Yeah.
Not taking away from Biggie because
No, of course
Biggie's
not.
still great.
Yeah, Biggie's the best, dude.
They had their, it's like comparing apples and oranges. Yeah,
Right.
they're still fruit, but it's two different.
It's two different fruits. I mean, I like mangoes and piña. You know what I'm saying?
Mangoes is fire.
Some of y'all like bananas, and and strawberries. It's all good,
Sure.
But yo, man, Shay, this is a great conversation, bro.
Yeah, for sure, man. Fun.
Give a little shout. I guess a little thought to the entrepreneur. Let's say the young kid that's sitting behind the computer really quick, or behind the phone, or the baby mama that's there that's having problems with their baby daddy, bro. Like trying to start up a business, or somebody that's not sure what to do next. Like either to come to Cali or not to come to Cali, or give them a little quick thought, bro.
All right. Well, first of all, first, believe in yourself. That's the number one thing. You have to believe everything you're doing. Second, have a vision for yourself. See where you want to go in a certain amount of time or whatever. You have to have vision to see the broad spectrum.
Regardless of what's in front of you.
Yeah, you can't take things for face value. You have to look at the deeper meaning of things. You can't be like, oh, why is this happening to me? Why is this bad? It's teaching you something. So you can't take things at face value. You got to believe in what you're doing. Write it down. Have a vision and then write it down and follow through. You have to, I plan my whole year. My whole year is split into 3 months.
Do you get discouraged if it just like halfway through the year it's not going?
Well, I used to get discouraged because I didn't have a plan. Because if you don't have a plan, you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel. You have to have a vision. You have to have a plan. So once I started writing things down and I could check something off that I'd done it, I'm like, shit, yo, okay, cool.
I'm on track.
I'm banging down this list and I'm on track. And it's fulfilling and it's rewarding to me inside. It's really fulfilling to know that I'm doing what I need to do to get to my dream and make my life the way I want my life to be, not the way someone else wants to be.
What type of work ethic? And let's finish up with that. What type of work ethic you need?
Yo, don't bullshit. Just no bullshit. Put your heart, your passion, your blood, sweat, and tears into every single aspect of your life that you do. Do it proud. Do it with a lot of pride. Just be the best at anything you do. Don't half-ass anything because your work is a reflection of you.
My kid used to be in Taekwondo, right? My older, and at the end of every class, you know what the coach would come and be like, "Who's the best?" And the little kids would be like, "We are." Be like, "Who's the best?" He's like, "We are." You got to ask yourself that every single day. Who's the best? Don't matter if your boss is coming down on you, treating you like shit. If it's your baby daddy saying, just coming down on you. If it's your baby mama, if it's your husband, your wife, like whoever's trying to put you down, you got to tell yourself every single day that you're the best.
Oh, God.
Regardless if you're not feeling it, right? Regardless if you're not feeling it, you have to tell yourself every single day that you're the best. And trust me, you are the best. I guarantee that.
That's a big fact. You have to believe that, for sure.
We're the best at what we do.
Definitely.
Say London.
We here.
Make sure you guys got that, man. You guys actually go out and get right now expensive sweatsuits.
Yeah, that's it. Expensive sweatsuits. It's everywhere. Spotify.
And Rise to Glory, right?
Rise to Glory. That's dropping August 23rd. So, but expensive sweatsuits, you could grab that everywhere. That's the warm-up project. Got the little sweatsuit, all that. So we got, get ready for the heat that's really about to come. You know what I'm saying?
I can't believe you dropped sweatsuits in the summer, though, man. That's deep.
Because they're expensive. They got to come out the velour. The velour.
The velour?
I got to bring back the velour suits and all that.
Man. Yeah. Hey, thank you, Shay.
Yeah, man, I had a lot of fun.
Yeah, for sure, brother.
Yeah, it was a good talk.
Thanks for tuning in, y'all. Check out part 2, Hustle and Grind. All right, y'all? Peace.